Hi, everybody. Thank you for coming from our Q&A this week. So today I would like to be a bit more practical in terms of what we are going to talk about. I'll mention a little bit of the workers document that we have been asking you to forward to us, and why is this important. So as a support worker, and as an NDIS provider, we work with NDIS funding that comes from the government. That means that you need to constantly be improving. So we've been audited like every 6 months. And we need to prove that we are capable and that we have all the requirements that an NDIS provider has to have. And that includes that the workers are, fully equipped to do the job that they should be doing. So that includes the NDIS screening check, which probably most of you already have it. Most of you might end up on the process. So what that proves is that you are, by the government cleared to do this job. So they check your police records, and probably you a bit of your behavior, and they know that you are, able to work, and they, allow you to be an NDIS worker. That is very important document. That is, one of our requisites for working as a support worker, because as I said before, we've been audited by NDAA, which is the agency, and we need to be proof that all our workers are accredited and cleared to work. So that is very important that you have it. Most of you already do. You don't need to renew it. It just lasts for a very long time. So definitely that is an important one. Then we have the first aid and the CPR. It sounds like obvious, but maybe it's not. So you need to be able to be prepared for an emergency. We spend a lot of our time with our participants, maybe by ourselves. So if anything happens, you need to know how to act up to an emergency. Who to call, when to call, what to do. And we also have the CPR, process that I hope nobody has to ever use it. But if it comes to time, you need to be prepared to know what to do. So the CPR is something that it's a certificate that only lasts a year. So if you've done a certificate before and maybe the time has passed, and that means that it's expired. It might seem a little bit of a, like it's a lot to have once a year. But this is not something that we decide. The certificate that you get is only valid for a year. So you every year need to repeat the CPR practice training. I think the first aid certificate, on the other hand, lasts 3 years. So that's something that you can, keep for a bit longer. The same with the working with children check. Most of you might not work with children, but some of you might have children in the house of the participants. So we need to also be clear to work with around children. That also includes the, Australia checking your police record and crime record as well, to be sure, you are all cleared up to be able to be around kids. So working with children check also expires. It actually takes a little bit of time, maybe 3 or 4 years, but it needs to be renewed eventually as well. Your driver license, of course, this is regular paperwork. You need to be providing your current driver license. Also, when it expires, you need to send the new one. We do check your documentation, but if you actually make it changes on your IDs, you need to be able to provide us with a current state on a current ID. And this is your responsibility. So we've been sending a few emails, requesting a few of the documents that are missing, but you need to know that, these are the requisites to work as a support worker, and you should be able to, keep updating as you go. Same as your passport. If you're, if you are on a visa, you need to provide if you change your passport, we need the new passport as well, or an update if you change your visa as well. So you go to Vivo Check and you send us an update version of your visa. We need to have a copy of that. We need to know your working rights as well, how many hours you can work. And this is also your responsibility to tell us. It's not only us, it's also about your working rights. So you need to make sure we are fully aware on the state that you are, and the status that you are in regards to your working rights. Well, the police check is something that we just, request when you start working. We hope you don't get in trouble in the meantime. And then you have your car, of course, and the radio and the insurance is something that, well, radio, you need to be updating us with your radio as you go. If you are, renewing that every 3, 6, or 12 months, you need to send this to us in the frequency that you choose to pay it. We need to have an updated radio on your behalf. That is important, and again, it's your responsibility to keep us updated, as well as your insurance, which needs to be a comprehensive insurance. So not only a third-party one, but this is important because it protects the participant that is in your car. We have mentioned before that our company has an insurance for the participant and for the worker as well, but that also happens like when it comes to traffic. The insurance that will take over, it is the car insurance or TAC. If you are a victim of an accident, but then if you are on the streets, if you're in the participant's house again, or with the participant, we will activate the insurance for you as well. And that is linked completely, and I can't stress this enough, with your clock in and your clock off. You need to do that. Please notes as well. Again, if you are not complying with that, we cannot approve your shift. That will definitely impact directly on your salary. So keep an eye on that. And of course, if you have any qualifications that you want to keep updating us, that's also very much welcome for you to do. If you update your address and you move house, totally fine. Just let us know, because we also allocate the shift to you in regards to where you live. So we need to know where you are based. So if you move houses or you move home, please let us know, so we can, keep that in mind ourselves. So yeah, we've been trying to contact a few of you via email. So check your email. If you are getting an email from us requesting some documents, it's important that you send this to us in order to be able to keep, doing your job. It's a way, again, we're getting audited constantly from the agency, from the government. So we need to have all our workers, with their proper information and documentation, as well as we do the same with our participants too. So we constantly are updating their details, their plans, emergency plans, risk assessment, support plans. So really, this is we work very hard to have all this documentation in order. So please work with us together. Send any updates that you have. Send the documents that we are requesting you through via email. If you don't see the email, it's actually, it's up to you. You need to be able to check your email if you provide that email for us as a method of contact. So please check your email as well if we are requesting any of this information. So yeah, very practical today. I also would like to let you know that next week we have community lunch. It's going to be on Wednesday at the Pilgrim Church in Yarraville, the Uniting Church, where we've been meeting and gathering for a little bit of time already, maybe for the past year. Invite your participants, encourage them to come. It's good that participants know each other, that they feel they can, share with other participants and other workers as well. It's a very good opportunity for participants and workers to meet each other and, see if maybe we can link them to new participants and new workers. We are going to be doing Asian food, I think, this time. We asked the participants what they want. We have done so many things already: pizza, burger, barbecue, Italian tacos. Seriously, it's been a whole lot of different cuisine from around the world. So we are now embracing Asian food. So probably a little bit of rice and a stir fry, something like that. Come along, invite your participants, let them know. Yeah, we are working quite hard to get our community going. It is important for us that you support work also encourage your participant to engage into community activities. This is a very important part of the support that we need to provide. Accessing the community, it's one of the hardest things to do with the participants. Most of them don't want to leave their home. So, please get some energy into that. Just put a word for us, encourage them. We are happy to organize supports and services for them to get to participate in these activities. So yeah, I hope that makes sense. If you have any questions about the documents, don't hesitate to ask. Again, we are always on WhatsApp, on our phones, email as well. We are constantly, of course, checking and replying. And don't forget that if you have any emergencies after hours or during the weekends, you need to contact 03-8317-9090. That is a 24/7 number. Please don't forget to contact if you are unable to do a shift because of an emergency or like a health issue. So thank you very much, and I hope I see you guys soon. Bye. Thank you for coming.